So I made $826 off of 15,000 views on YouTube. I was not selling a course. I was not doing some scam thing. It was purely ad revenue. So you could do the math. The RPM would be like in the multi two figures. And now I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, what the videos were, and how you can basically copy me if you want to literally make a 1-bedroom apartment monthly rent with 2 videos. And so it sounds stupid, but I'll just jump into the computer and show you guys kind of what we have going on. Nice. So these are the 2 videos. This first one got 5,700 total long form views, 86 hours watch time. It literally only made me 6 subscribers, and I don't know how. I mean, I do know how. I'll explain in a second, but surprisingly, it generated $377 off of YouTube ad revenue. Before you guys say it, I'm gonna go over to settings, and you can see that this is US dollars. I'll close this. It's not Uruguayan pesos. It's not Jamaican rupees. If I switch this, actually, let's switch this to a random currency. Let's switch this to the Cayman Islands dollar. Let's see how much dollars we're generating now. Well, that's weird. I guess this is like a strong currency. Let's switch this to like really bad, like peso or something. Chilean peso. I've never heard of what this currency means. And you can see we generated $352,000 off of 5,700 views. So this is not obviously the right currency that we're generating. If we switch this back to the US dollar, we have now what's the RPM? $66 RPM on this video, which means that for every 1,000 views that this video gets, we're printing basically $66 out of thin air. And you can see that the longevity of this piece of content is super, super long. Okay, it was continuously racking up dollars. And even so right now, it's still generating dollars to this day. Sure, it's not fancy. We're not getting hundreds of dollars per day from this one video. But the life shelf and the time shelf, bookshelf time span of this video is very, very longevity. You can see after a year and 73 days, we're still getting a couple cents a day here and there, which is not bad considering I have thousands of videos just like this one on my YouTube channel. And if we go over to the audience side, you can see again, very consistent. It does not die out. Like we're still getting new and also returning viewers every single day, every single week, every single month. Now, this video is about YouTube TV, okay? And the reason why this video has a really big RPM, let me just go to the RPM side of things again as well. This one has a $47 RPM, so not quite $66, but we're getting paid a lot more, about 10 times more than the average RPM on YouTube. Because the average RPM on YouTube, I think, is like $3 or $4. It depends on the length of your video and then also the niche, who's watching your content. And the reason why specifically this video has such a big RPM is because that was good. Is because this video only resonates with individuals who are from first world countries. Not even first world countries, for one country, which is the United States. YouTube TV. Look, if I type in, where can you use YouTube TV? We reverse engineer this video so that way we're creating content that specifically and only attracts people in United States. I don't know why Google is not doing me justice right now. Where can you use TV? Let me see. Can you use YouTube TV in Canada? Right? No, it's not available in Canada because of geo restrictions and licensing. You can literally use it only available in the States. And so when you reverse engineer that and you create topics that is only available and related to people living in high spending power countries where the economics are great, the people there have spending power, they're rich, you can get paid a lot of dollars, a lot of ad revenue for every 1,000 views. And the gist of this method is that you just have to create content that will make advertisers more money, because that's how we're getting paid. We're not getting paid from YouTube. You have to understand that YouTube is just basically a middleman. I get paid ad revenue because I made the advertiser who placed their ad in front of my YouTube TV content, they made an ROI. So Now, all the advertisers are willing to spend on average $47 for every 1,000 views because my video, the viewers from this video bought their ad and then they made an ROI. They either made $47 minimum or even more. They most likely made more than $47 from whatever ad they're promoting, if that makes sense. And so that's how they're willingly able to spend that much dollars. Now, vice versa, I have some other videos that has a $3 RPM or heck, even $1 RPM. And the reason why is because of the people who watch that content. Either they're not old enough, they don't have spending power, because usually old people have more spending power, or the location, the demographic location. If they're from Nigeria or Jamaica or India, you're not going to get really viewers who have the ability to buy whatever product that the advertiser is kind of placing on their ad. Because a lot of advertisers have maybe a software that they're promoting that costs $50 a month, $80 per month. Wix, the reason why this video has such a big RPM is because Wix themselves promoted their software on my content, and it fits and resonates 100% with the viewerships, because this is about how to use Wix. And so when Wix places their ad on this piece of content, the chances of my viewers clicking on that ad and then buying the Wix software is a lot and very, very high. And that's why Wix is willing to spend $66 for every 1,000. Does that kind of make sense? Really hope that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, 5,000. Also, I want to show you guys the demographics. Like I said earlier, because we were able to reverse engineer, if we go over to the audience side of things, this obviously worked because 95.5% of our views on this piece of content is from the United States. Obviously, here and there, maybe some people outside of the US will watch this piece of content if it ends up in their recommended, or if they just happen to scroll across my channel, who knows. 0.1% Pakistani, but the majority of our content, also you can see how old our audience actually is. It seems like all of our views are from really old individuals, 65 plus years old. And obviously, the older your audience is, the more likely they would be able to buy the ad, because the older you are, the more money you have, the more spending power you have. Then obviously the advertisers are going to spend more of their budget towards an older audience rather than a young kid-like audience, right? So that's briefly how we were able to get such a high RPM very, very consistently across this channel. And all you have to do is reverse engineer what kind of content will actually give a high spending power audience who have the budget to buy anything. Again, the longevity of both of the contents is basically evergreen. Like this video took ages, days upon days, to actually start getting up some sort of traction. Like the first 3 months, we were at 400 views. And so the first 3 months, this video actually only generated about $5, $6, right? And this video costed me $5 to produce. So I only made a 100% return on investment 90 days after, which is seemingly terrible at first. But now, obviously, lifetime revenue, it's made already almost a 100x ROI, and it will continuously give me more ROI day by day, month by month, because it's evergreen. This piece of content is not based on a trend. It's not going to go viral. It's going to continuously get me just by seeing the graph of the revenue as well as the views. As long as it keeps on getting more views, day by day, as time goes on, boom, I'll just reciprocate a super high RPM and thus get super high views as well. Now, the other thing is the way that evergreen content works is that you're not going to get returning viewers. You're not going to get the same viewer to watch your content. And so a lot of the traffic and the viewership on these types of videos are going to be new people. I believe 95%, I think, on this entire channel are on new viewers rather than returning viewers. If I go over to right here, yeah, you can see like for every 57 new viewers, I get 1 returning viewer. For every 50, I get 2. For every 23, I get 1. So the returning viewers are next to nothing. And basically every single day, we're just getting brand new people who never came across our channel. That's how it's able to stay relevant, because, a couple months later, someone else might bump into another problem where they want to add YouTube TV to another TV, and that's why they click on my video. Same thing with this one. 2 years later, some random person that never knew about Wix just wanted to open up Wix, and then now they want to change to Shopify. Boom, they're going to watch my content. You only need to watch my content once. You don't have to watch it again, which is kind of a bad thing, but then at the same time, that's how we're consistently able to get views, because we just attract new people. As time goes on, it is inevitable for someone not to mess up something on the Wix website and then feel like they want to change to Shopify. And thus, I supplied for that demand. It's a super high RPM piece of content because it's based around business. It's based around making money and finances. And that's how I was able to get a really high quality audience, I guess, that has money to buy whatever ad is getting placed on the video. So same deal with this piece of content as well. You can see that subscribers, nothing fancy. Watch time, nothing fancy. Views, absolutely terrible. You could do the math, 9.6K plus 5.7K. That's like 15,000 views. It paid me. Again, this one has a US dollar currency. This one has a US dollar currency as well. About $825 off of just 2 YouTube videos. Yeah, that's basically it. I'll watch you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video then. All right. I'm going to go spend all my $825 now. Goodbye.